The Cavs and Warriors rivalry toes the line between genuine dislike and respect. Warriors owner Joe Lacob told a reporter, "I don't care who we play, but my preference is Cleveland. We have some unfinished business." Draymond Green, who was suspended in Game 5 of the 2016 NBA Finals, still has a bad taste in his mouth after losing, and had this to say last year about possibly meeting up with the Cavs again in the finals.
If Cleveland comes out of the East, I want to destroy Cleveland.
They have met in the finals the last 3 seasons, the Warriors winning in 6 in 2015 and the Cavs winning in 7 games last year. Now in 2017, we get the Golden State-Cleveland tiebreaker, their 3rd finals meetup in a row, and they are the only teams in history of the league to meet in 3 straight NBA finals. As a fan of NBA history, it's great that we get to see them play again for a 3rd time, because throughout the years, we sometimes didn't get to see the best players or teams go head-to-head against each other for a title. We never got to see Hakeem and the Rockets take on Jordan, Pippen and the Bulls for a title in the 1990s. The NBA never got that LeBron versus Kobe for the NBA championship that the league and Nike was promoting for years in the late 2000s. The ultimate NBA Finals matchup sometimes gets ruined by a team being upset in an earlier round or an injury that ruins the team's lineup. It's interesting to wonder how LeBron and the Cavs would have tried to stop Kobe in the Lakers front court for 4 games in June. It's too bad we have to imagine that dream series, and I'm just glad we don't have to do that for the Warriors and Cavs trilogy. Who do you guys see winning the series, and how many games will it go? I'm still torn. I'm just glad we get to see the best 2 teams of the past 3 years play each other for the tiebreaker. With Game 1 coming up in a few days, let's travel back in time to the 2015 season when the Cavs-Warriors rivalry began. After losing in 7 games to the Clippers in the first round of the 2014 playoffs, you could see the Warriors had potential, but people weren't sure how far they could really get in the playoffs. So when they had a 16-game winning streak to start the 2015 season and looked like the best offensive and defensive team in the league, it had some people shocked. Steph Curry broke out and won his first MVP, Klay Thompson had his first season averaging 20 points per game, and Draymond got an all-defensive first-team selection and started all 79 games, after not starting much that season before. The Cavs had their new big 3 with LeBron, Love, and Kyrie, but started off the season pretty average. They were 19 and 20 at one point. LeBron had knee and back issues that kept him out of the lineup for a while. They traded away Dion Waiters in a 3-team trade to get J.R. Smith and Shumpert. They closed out the season strong though, winning 34 out of 43 games. Fast forward to the playoffs. The path to a championship gets tougher for Cleveland as Kevin Love gets injured in Game 4 of the first round versus the Celtics. It weakened the Cavs front court. Traveling back over to the West Coast, the Warriors got a slight scare from the Grizzlies in the second round, but they cruised to the finals. The finals are here, and we get a great Game 1 to overtime, but then Kyrie injures his knee, and he wouldn't play the rest of the series. Even though the Cavs won Game 2 and Game 3, we knew they would still have trouble against the team that just won 67 games, and that's what happened as the Warriors were able to win 3 straight to win the franchise's first championship since 1975. It's 2016, and Steph Curry and the Warriors are now the face of the league. Steph Curry's jersey sales were up 600%, and the Warriors started off the season 24-0, looking even more unbeatable. Before the Cavs and Warriors regular season game at Cleveland, Steph told reporters, "Walking into the locker room, it'll be good memories. Hopefully it still smells like champagne." And the Cavs were not a fan of those comments when they heard it. They called it disrespectful. Steph even tweeted after the controversy on social media that the quote was taken out of context. The Cavs finished first in the East with 57 wins, and the Warriors would go on to break the Bulls' regular season wins record. Fast forward to the playoffs, Cleveland had 2 sweeps and saw some resistance from the Toronto Raptors, but beat them in 6 games to get to the finals. The Warriors got past both Houston and Portland in 5 games. Now it's the conference finals versus OKC, and they're down 3-1. And we're thinking we're going to get another LeBron versus KD in the finals, but the Warriors ended up coming back from that 3-1 deficit to get to the finals. We now have the Cavaliers and Warriors rematch, and fast forward to Game 4, the intensity gets to new levels as the Warriors are up 10 with 2 minutes left and are about to be up 3-1 in what looks like another Warriors championship. Then the Draymond Green and LeBron fight happens, words are exchanged, they have to be separated. Once it was announced by the NBA midday on June 12th that Draymond would be suspended for Game 5. Ayesha Curry sent out a subtweet about LeBron, and Maurice Spates tweeted about it also, sending out a baby bottle emoji. Klay Thompson had some thoughts on the LeBron and Draymond altercation, saying maybe LeBron got his feelings hurt, and LeBron responded with this.
What did you say Klay said?
Klay said, I guess he just got his feelings hurt.
And the rest is history, as Kyrie and LeBron would go on to have an amazing offensive performance in Game 5. Game 6, LeBron came through again with 41 points to win by double digits. And of course, the closeout win in Game 7 to win by 4. LeBron gets off the plane after the Game 7 win with the Ultimate Warrior shirt. The Cavs have a Halloween party with some 3-1 lead jokes to remind everybody of the historic feat they just pulled off. Now in June 2017, with both teams relatively healthy, we get the trilogy. The owner of the Warriors, Joe Lacob, just said this a few days ago. "We were the better team, but they did win," referring to last year's finals. But Lacob can't change history here. That series is over. The two teams now are slightly different. The Warriors have added Kevin Durant, who did not play in the 2016 finals. The Warriors just have to prove they're the better team now. Remember that Draymond comment in the beginning of the video? Shumpert did have a response to that in an interview with Complex, saying, "We supposed to hate them and they supposed to hate us. It's okay." Now LeBron claims it's not a rivalry. He just thinks they were great finals matchups. But talk to anyone else, from Kyle Korver, who said to a reporter a few months ago, "I don't know how many rivalries there are in the NBA right now, but this feels like it's at the top." After the Warriors blew out the Cavs in January, Draymond told reporters, "Yeah, I think it's a rivalry, just me though." Tyronn Lue went on a radio interview last month and said, "I think it's a rivalry." This is a rivalry, and while both Cleveland and Golden State have a form of mutual respect, nothing would make either team happier than seeing the other lose for another championship. They just want to beat each other, like Shumpert and Draymond have been quoted saying. Now with Kevin Durant in the picture, it's going to be interesting to see how he will play in this and how the Cavs will defend him. The Warriors won 67 games and look basically unbeatable after going 12-0 in the first 3 rounds. But the Cavs have found their groove after that rough stretch of losing in March and April, so let's see what happens. But that's it for me, a quick video about the finals. I'm excited about it. I'm glad that we're going to be getting more games that have 3 MVP winners on one court. We have to wait a few more days for the tip-off of Game 1, but let me know who you have winning and any bold predictions. I think we just passed 12,000 subscribers, so shout out to you guys for coming through and always showing support on the channel. I'll see you guys in my next video.